Reality slips far away, fiction comes alive, we start to play. Hope is no more behind the closed door as we drift away from where we were before. Hope and hopelessness become one, it's all meaningless, we've already begun. Yup, we are all one and the same, never opposites, we play the same game. So I listen to the world and right from wrong, stay focused so I can stay strong. If you ever wonder why I'm trapped inside, it's probably just because I told a pack of lies. Maybe a dream, maybe it was pride, maybe for myself I often wonder why. Until our very last breath, we're running after life, trying to beat death.
Walking in line between hope and despair, running from the truth, but it's already here. Told so many lies, I don't know if they can find me. Only one life to live, so choose wisely. Heads or tails, they even know beside your horn. Doesn't really matter if it's on the same point. If you want to achieve, you gotta believe the time right now. There's the door, here's the key.
Chase the pain, don't let it fade away. There's a ray of hope beyond despair. Move on, look on the truth in this world.
Only one life to live, so choose wisely.
Let the world come, you should find a solution. Beat the twisted evil face. Just do it, go for it.
Been a while, ya friggin' bastards!
Monokuma?
How? You're supposed to be dead!
Yeah! Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid!
Hey! You're acting kinda strange. Something seems different.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already.
Not even. It's been like half a day at most.
How are you alive again?
Oh yeah, that's it. The look in your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair.
Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment?
Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you to all have way more fun in this killing game.
You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
No! We were supposed to get out of here!
Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all that bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are.
Are you serious? This place is the worst!
If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair? Phew! I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to a point now.
The point?
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us a surveillance feed?
Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on from the antenna!
Huh? But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal? But it's just us standing here.
Ah, you're so stupid! Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
What?
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
It doesn't matter how many times he said it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning.
What? Broadcast live? To the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
It can't be! Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
The camera feed is being broadcast? No way! That's impossible!
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode.
Are you being serious right now?
Of course!
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan.
Everything has meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now? Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they've never seen it before. I became director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show! The best in despair entertainment!
You're lying! If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy!
Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
What if they already did?
Huh?
But then again, this is not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources.
Yup. So, how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you will need to do first, remember?
What?
Yeah, duh. There's the little business of...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh?
Class trial? Do you mean...
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay? Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride. I can't wait. I can't wait!
And then, he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright.
I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko.
What?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuru Ikusawa was the one who died.
The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility.
The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it!
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself.
Myself?
Anyway, we'd better begin.
But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life.
Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko?
Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no.
Huh? But you just said...
I don't have time to explain now. There is a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all.
Well, I'd better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to an explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened. Or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire, and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean the knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it! It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because... when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way! These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later.
Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up?
If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Wow, thanks! That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked.
Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too.
So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore.
Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you.
What do you want to talk about?
I'd like to hear your alibi.
Alibi?
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night.
Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime.
How can you know that for sure?
Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here. So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night.
What?
Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis
Are me and Kyoko.
And if the victim really is Kyoko,
Then I'm the only one without an alibi.
Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you?
I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so...
That's hardly an alibi.
I know.
So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here.
I'm the only one without an alibi. That's... really bad, isn't it?
Hey, did you like the video? Wanna watch more? Ooh, how about this video? Or maybe this one? So many choices. Almost as many choices as there are choices of donuts. Donuts.